Are you wasting time in the gym, lifting hard but seeing minimal gains? You might think protein shakes and high-carb meals are the key to muscle growth, but what if you're doing it all wrong? Today, we'll break down the ultimate nutrition plan for maximizing muscle growth, debunk myths, and give you the real science behind building serious muscle. Welcome to Levitas. What is the #1 muscle-building macro? When it comes to building muscle, protein is the undisputed king. Muscle fibers are made up of amino acids, the building blocks of protein, and without enough quality protein, your muscles cannot repair or grow. The reason protein is essential for muscle growth is muscle protein synthesis, the process where your body repairs and builds new muscle tissue after exercise. If your protein intake is too low, your body enters a catabolic state, breaking down muscle instead of building it. So, how much do you need? The golden rule for muscle growth is 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. That's about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound. For a 180-pound person or a 82-kilogram individual, that's between 130 to 180 grams of protein daily. To maximize absorption, aim for at least 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal, ensuring a steady supply of amino acids throughout the day. And no, more is not always better, especially if you have digestion problems or low stomach acid, in which case your body can only use so much at a time, so spreading it out might be a key. Why are carbs not important for muscle growth? Carbs are often labeled as the muscle fuel, but the truth is they're not essential for muscle growth. Protein and fats can fuel workouts effectively, and muscle protein synthesis is driven by protein intake, not carbs. While carbs help replenish glycogen, they do not directly build muscle. Your body can adapt to burning fat for energy, and research shows that high-protein, low-carb diets do not impair muscle gains, as long as protein intake is adequate. If you enjoy carbs for performance, that's fine. But for muscle growth, they are not mandatory. Protein is the real #1 priority. What's the best time to eat protein for muscle growth? Protein timing can enhance muscle growth, but the anabolic window isn't as urgent as many believe. The idea that you must chug a protein shake immediately after training is a myth. What matters most is total daily intake. That's the main key. However, the best times to eat protein for maximum gains are pre-workout, like 30 to 60 minutes before training. Consuming 20 to 30 grams of protein primes your muscles with amino acids, preventing muscle breakdown. Post-workout, within 2 hours after training, consuming 25 to 40 grams of protein can help to maximize muscle repair and growth. And before bed, a slow-digesting protein like casein, found in cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or casein powder, can supply amino acids overnight, improving recovery. Spreading protein intake evenly across 3 meals per day maintains a constant supply of amino acids, keeping your body in a muscle-building state all day. Is eating more meals per day better for muscle gains? The 5 to 6 meals a day rule is absolutely overrated. What matters is total protein intake, not how many times you eat. Research shows 3 to 5 protein-rich meals per day is optimal for muscle growth, as it keeps muscle protein synthesis activated throughout the day. However, eating fewer meals isn't harmful if your total protein intake is high enough. The key is consuming at least 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal to trigger muscle protein synthesis effectively. For those with high calorie needs, more meals can make it easier to eat enough protein and calories. But for muscle growth, meal frequency is flexible. Just ensure you're hitting your macros and spreading protein intake evenly. And remember, the more times you eat in one day, the higher the chance of insulin resistance and hormone imbalances you will have. Can you build muscle in a caloric deficit? Yes, muscle growth is possible in a calorie deficit, but it's challenging and requires strategic nutrition. To build muscle while losing fat, focus on the next tips. High protein intake is essential. Aim for the upper range, 2.2 grams per kilogram or 1 gram per pound of lean body weight to prevent muscle loss. Strength training is key. Progressive overload signals your body to retain and build muscle, even in a deficit. Prioritizing recovery is another crucial factor. Sleep and stress management are crucial, as a caloric deficit increases cortisol, which can hinder muscle retention. Smart fats and carbs. A moderate healthy fat intake supports hormone health, while strategic carb timing, mainly during workouts, can aid performance and recovery. A small caloric deficit of 150 to 300 calories works best. A larger deficit risks muscle breakdown. Those new to training or with higher body fat can gain muscle more easily in a deficit, but advanced lifters may struggle without enough calories. Which supplements actually help with muscle growth? Not all muscle-building supplements are worth your money. The best ones backed by science are the next. Whey protein, which is a convenient, high-quality protein source that aids muscle repair and growth. Use 25 to 40 grams pre- or post-workout, or when lacking whole food protein sources. Creatine monohydrate is one of the most researched supplements that boosts strength, endurance, and muscle hydration. You may take 3 to 5 grams daily, no loading phase needed. Beta-alanine helps to improve muscular endurance, especially for high-rep training. Take 3 to 6 grams daily. Essential amino acids, also known as EAAs, can support muscle retention, especially when training fasted. Take 5 to 10 gram pre-workout if needed. Vitamin D and omega-3s both support recovery, immune function, and inflammation control. Everything else, like branch-chain amino acids, testosterone boosters, mass gainers, and pre-workouts are mostly overhyped. What's the worst diet mistake for muscle growth? The worst mistake is not eating enough protein and calories. Many people train hard but undereat, stalling muscle growth. Muscle gain requires a calorie surplus, unless recomping, but quality matters. Junk food leads to fat gain, not muscle. Another big mistake is skipping post-workout nutrition. Your body needs amino acids to rebuild muscle after intense training. Ignoring this delays recovery and limits growth. Finally, neglecting healthy fats can hurt hormonal balance, making it harder to build muscle efficiently. How healthy fats improve muscle growth? Healthy fats are essential for testosterone production, a key hormone for muscle growth. Without adequate fat intake, muscle recovery, energy levels, and strength can decline. Sources like avocados, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and grass-fed butter provide monounsaturated and saturated fats, which support muscle-building hormones. Omega-3s from fatty fish help reduce inflammation, improving recovery and muscle function. A balanced fat intake of 20 to 35% of total calories ensures optimal performance, strength, and gains. Cutting too much fat from your diet can negatively affect muscle growth, so don't fear healthy fats. In conclusion, muscle growth relies on strategic nutrition, with protein being the most crucial macronutrient. Without adequate protein intake, muscle repair and growth cannot occur. Ensuring 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight and spreading intake across 3 meals maximizes muscle protein synthesis, keeping the body in an anabolic state. While carbohydrates help replenish glycogen, they are not essential for muscle building. The focus should be on protein and healthy fats, which support recovery and hormone production. Timing protein intake before, after workouts, and before bed ensures steady amino acid availability, preventing muscle breakdown. Contrary to myths, eating more frequently does not inherently increase muscle gains. It's about total protein and calorie intake, and the more times you eat per day, the higher the chance of metabolic issues. Even in a caloric deficit, muscle can be built with high protein intake, strength training, and proper recovery. Effective supplements like whey protein, creatine, and essential amino acids enhance performance, but many products are overhyped. The biggest mistakes include undereating, skipping post-workout nutrition, and neglecting healthy fats, which are vital for testosterone production and muscle function. By optimizing protein intake, leveraging key supplements, and prioritizing recovery, muscle growth can be maximized efficiently without unnecessary complexity. Thank you for tuning in to Levitas. Please share today's video with friends and family, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for future videos. Your support is appreciated. It helps us grow and create more content to empower your health. Remain tuned to Levitas for more expert advice on your health and fitness journey. So stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.